Hello and good morning, everyone. It is Donna Gray here, your Stampin' Up demonstrator from the scenic Rim in Queensland, coming to you live on Wednesday, the 26th of February. February is nearly done and dusted. I can't believe it. So when you get the notification, please let me know where you're watching from. Come in, say hello, and let me know where you're watching from. I can see a few have popped on already, so a few have got the notifications. Now, I just want to say that if you don't get the notification, you need to turn your notifications on. So on Facebook, you need to go to my business page. You need to go to the notification section and turn on notifications. In YouTube, you need to go to where you subscribed, that bell icon. It actually, if you click on it, it actually says the notification settings, and you just have to say notify all, because I know a couple of people said yesterday that they didn't get the notification that I had gone live. So I know that I've been a little bit erratic lately, but I do normally go live at 9 a.m. every morning, 5 days a week. So please jump on, say hello. I can't see any messages at the moment, so I'm hoping that the people that are on, there we go. Maureen said good morning. So there's always a delay from when you actually go live to when the stream actually gets out there to people. So it takes a couple of minutes for that to actually take effect. I'm going to make sure I've got my phone on silent this morning because yesterday morning I was on a business training call and my dad rang and my phone rang. So good morning, everybody. I feel like I've done a marathon already this morning. I mean, I've been up, I've been on a leaders Zoom call with Stampin' Up this morning. I have worked out what I was going to do live, and I've done a few jobs before I've jumped on here. So busy morning already, and it will be another busy day for me because I'm packing creative card club kits and things to get those out in the post, hopefully, fingers crossed, all going well today, if not tomorrow. So so welcome to everybody jumping on. Just while people are jumping on and getting the notifications, I'll just talk about a few things that we have happening. Of course, the California wildfires group will be up and running, and we will have videos in there. This coming Friday is kickoff day, so it's actually going to start. For people in the US, it will be your Thursday. It will be our Friday here in Australia. So we will be kicking off at 8 a.m. Queensland time on Friday the 28th here in Australia. So that will be Thursday. I think it's around 3 p.m. or something for some people, depending on where you live in America. But we are going to kick off. Now, if you haven't donated to this awesome cause, so we are doing a fundraiser, and all proceeds that we raise are going to the Glenn Miller Foundation, the Mercury One Foundation, and it's to go to the people that have lost, go to the people that need things, people that have lost everything and that are really in need after the Californian wildfires. So, and as our give back, we're going to give you crafty inspiration overload. So you get access into a Facebook group where we have got 29 top demos, plus I think four employees from Stampin' Up, including the CEO of Stampin' Up, are actually doing a video for us. So it is a huge thing. It just makes us realize that the wonderful family of Stampin' Up is a global crafty community, and it's so nice that we can all come together and give to the people that need things the most. So it is going to be an epic crafty collaboration. So if you're interested, you can scan that QR code there on the screen and make your donation. If not, you can scroll through my business page, and there is a couple of posts on my business page that actually have the link that you can actually click on the link and donate as well. We are tirelessly working at getting everybody into the group. So please be patient, because it's just Marcy and I that are doing all the behind the scenes. So thank you to everybody that has donated. We have raised over $3,200 US at this stage. So it's a pretty awesome effort. All right, I have released my registration for my 2-day scrapbooking retreat. So it will be held here on the 5th and the 6th of April. If you want to get a retreat in a box, then you can also register and get the retreat sent out to you in a box. It will, the retreats in a box always go out the week after I hold my in-person retreat. So for this retreat, we are going to be using that beautiful, delightful floral delight, I think it's called, but that gorgeous yellow floral paper with the beautiful vellum that goes with it. And you will also get the stamp and die bundle as a part of this scrapbooking retreat. So you actually will get the suite of products, which is that floral delight suite. And we are going to create 4 double page layouts over a period of 2 days. If you get a retreat in a box, you can work at it at your own pace. The cost is $220 for in-person. I do have limited spots for the in-person event. So if you're someone that loves scrapbooking, you want to come to the Scenic Rim and have an in-person retreat, scrapbooking only with pre-designed layouts, then this is definitely what you need to do. So scan that QR code, or you can use the link down in the description box. If you would like to get a scrapbooking retreat sent to you via post, you can also scan that code or use the link in the description box, and you will just choose the retreat in a box option. It is $245 for a retreat in a box. It's just the extra $25 to cover the postage. So good morning, everyone. I can see quite a few jumping on. We have Maureen, Jill, Glenda, Linda, Judith, Marie, Janice, Debbie, and Janelle. Welcome everybody. So please feel free to share this video. Don't forget to share and like this video. Give me the thumbs up that you're actually enjoying this video, because that helps me. And share while we're live so we can get more people to come and hang out and craft with us. Now, I also have a special on the joining starter kit. We have 2 days left for this, people. I am telling you, you do not want to miss out on this offer to be a part of my crafty community and enjoy a 20% discount on your products. We've got 2 offers. You know the deal. We have the markers and the stamp set, and you get to choose $235 worth of product for only paying $169. Or option 2, you get an extra $51 in your starter kit for free, which is $286 worth of product, and you only pay $169. Please feel free to, if you wanted to reach out to me and talk to me about it, please, if you want to give me a call, I'm more than happy to answer any questions you may have or any reservations and put them to rest to make you realize that that is going to be one of the best decisions that you will make, I can tell you. March Creative Card Club is the Delightful Wishes bundle. So you will need the stamp set and the die set to be able to complete these 8 beautiful cards. But for $60 via the post, you will get a quarter pack of paper, a full pack of the embellishments, which is the little bee trinkets, and you will get a length of ribbon and all the cardstock to be able to make 8 beautiful cards, and you will get a PDF tutorial printed up and in your kit with you. Those kits go out by the end of March, so if you want to be in the Delightful Wishes Creative Card Club for the month, it is a rolling subscription. You can cancel at any time, and it is $55 to attend in person. I hold them in person on the 3rd Thursday of every month. So if you're interested, please make sure you reach out. I also hold a Scrap It With Me workshop class every month on the 1st Thursday of every month. So if you're interested in learning how to scrapbook, these are designs that are created by me. They are not the designed layouts that are in our scrapbooking kits. I actually design them myself. So you will get a PDF to show you how to make 3 double page layouts, so 6 pages altogether. So it's pretty awesome. So it's $95 via post to get the full pack of the paper. You will get a pack of the Everyday You and Me Designer Series paper. You will also get Everyday You and Me sticker sheet. You'll get coordinating 12 by 12 cardstock, two-tone cardstock, and you will get a PDF tutorial showing you how to make those 3 double-page layouts. You can attend in person, or you can get a kit by mail. So kit by mail is $95, to attend in person is $80 to attend in person. So if you're interested in any of those things, please let me know. If you love what I do, please feel free to scan that QR code and go over to my website and leave me a review of whether you think that I demonstrate the products really well, whether you think that I keep you up to date with everything that's going on with Stampin' Up, and whether you just generally love what I do. So feel free to go over to my website, scan that QR code, head on over to my website and leave me a review on my Stampin' Up website. I would absolutely really appreciate that. So as I said, make sure you are sharing and liking this video so that we can get more people to come and hang out with us and have a great time. All right. So I just wanted to show you. So I'm going to step through the Meant To Bee scrapbooking kit this morning, but I also wanted to show you, I was never a fond lover of kits. Now I'm going to be really deadly honest with you. Card kits, I'm not a big lover of it. I think they're great for beginners, but I am physically smitten with these brand new scrapbooking kits that we have. The 4 kits that we have, I can tell you, are out of this world. And I think if you are wanting to get into scrapbooking, I think it is a definite great way to get you started. And then the beauty of it is you can actually buy the designer series paper and the sticker sheets as a separate item so you can create more beautiful layouts. So I wanted to come to you today with some layouts and show you how awesome this kit is. And I'm just going to show you, first of all, I'm going to show you the Wildflower birthday kit, because I did it for my mother's birthday present, and I told her she wasn't allowed to take her pages with her. I gave them to her as her birthday present, and I told her she wasn't allowed to take them with her until I had finished with them and finished displaying them. And I'm sorry about the light here, so I'll just tip them up a little bit. They're in plastic sleeving to keep them protected. So this is the Wildflower birthday suite, and I can tell you it is gorgeous. I've changed things up a little bit on this, so I wanted to talk about this. So in the Wildflower birthday kit, this part here is actually, it's like a navy blue with little tiny spots. And I swapped it over because I didn't want the navy blue on it. I wanted to keep the real pastel colors. So I'm telling you, you can really change up these kits as well. If there's something that you don't like, you can flip over the paper and use the reverse side and you get just as beautiful look. So I removed all of the Night of Navy pieces, or they might have been Blueberry Bush, I can't remember, but they were definitely dark blue. And I didn't want dark blue on my, I didn't mind the dark blue in the sentiment here, but I didn't want it on the whole layout. So I actually flipped the pages over. Wherever it had the blue, I used the reverse side, which was this beautiful soft sea foam, the check pattern, the gingham pattern there. So that is one double page layout you make in the kit. This is the second double page layout. So aren't these awesome? Look how gorgeous these pages have turned out. Like I was blown away. This was the first one that I actually really put together out of all of the kits, and I had it in mind because I thought it was going to be a perfect present for my mother's 81st birthday. These are all pictures of her 80th birthday, and I promised that I was going to make sure I did some pages for her. So that is page layouts number 2, and this is page layouts number 3. So as you can see, gorgeous layouts, but they look stunning. Now I've just used the stickers and all of the embellishments that were in the kit. So I didn't really change anything out. I didn't add any more. We actually have a gorgeous stamp set that goes with this that we could have added way more. I could have put the number 80 on things and stuff, which I probably may still dress up these a little bit more, but that is just the basic kit. So I wanted to show you how you can actually do the basic kit. And once again, I'm not sure whether, I think it had the navy blue coming through under here too. And I was like, no, I'm just going to do the soft sea foam. So then I got really excited and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do the Everyday You and Me kit. So these ones don't have pictures, but this is the first double page layout of the Everyday You and Me. I love this kit. Like, honestly, I think it is so versatile. It is so awesome to be able to use for absolutely any any occasion, I think. You can change up the headings to probably suit your occasions, but I think it is absolutely a gorgeous kit. So that's layout number 1. This one here is layout number 2. So as you can see, gorgeous, gorgeous layouts. The embellishments, I tell you, are stunning in this kit. You can also get the sticker sheets, which are all of these awesome stickers that I'm using around the place. You can buy the designer series paper and the sticker sheet on its own. So in the kits, there is certain pieces that that will, and this is layout number 3. So there are certain pieces that you won't get when you get the sticker sheet. You don't get the wood, the die cut pieces, but you do get all the stickers and things, and you don't get these big die cut pieces when you get the sticker sheet. But the sticker sheet is still gorgeous. So that's actually what I'm using for my Scrap It With Me workshop kit. I'm just going to pop that code up again, just in case there's people that have just come in later on. So I'm actually going to be using the designer series paper pack and the sticker sheet for my Scrap It With Me workshop kit for the month of March. So if you're thinking that you would like to get into scrapbooking, then I'm also doing the instructions and everything with my Scrap It With Me workshop kits in the same concept as what our kits are, so that no matter whether you buy a pre-designed kit from Stampin' Up or whether you buy a kit from me, my Scrap It With Me workshop kits that I do every month, it will be the same design process, so and the same method. I suppose that's the word that I'm trying to look at, the same method. So you can scan the QR code there, or you can actually click on the link down below. But I will be using the Everyday You and Me Designer Series paper and the sticker sheet. And you will also get 12 by 12 two-tone cardstock that matches. And I will be doing some pre-designed layouts. So, so I think it's super awesome that we have got into these scrapbooking kits and how awesome they are. So I just want to pop all those pages together so I don't get too confused. So you can see a great variety, a great range, and that's just 2 of the kits. So we also have the one that I'm going to put together today, which is the Meant To Be kit with the cute little bee. And we also have the Storybook Moments kit as well. So the kit that we are going to put together today is the Meant To Be kit. And I was planning on getting the stamp set and the dies out that go with this so that you can see what the bundle is that you can use. And I do have it. Okay. So this stamp and die set is something that will coordinate with this kit. So the dies, look at these dies. Aren't they just fantastic? So I can tell you these dies on their own are worth their weight in gold, because I'm telling you, they're going to be a definite staple in your craft room. Even if you're not using it with the bees, these hexagon dies are fantastic. And we have the Meant To Be stamp set that you can create some cute little bees with as well. So it's a lovely kit. So I can tell you, you wouldn't be disappointed to purchase it. Now, in your kit, every time you purchase one of these kits, I just want to show you and break down everything that we get in the kit. So we get photo placement mats. Okay, so I'm probably going to use them on these kits so that it will show where the photos are going to go. So that I'm going to use, I wanted to make this kit up as a display purpose for when I go to craft shows, because I've got the Ipswich Paper Craft Show that is coming up in April. So I wanted to be able to have these kits put together so people can see exactly what we, okay, I hope you're okay. All right, and it was lovely to see you. Kay was at my retreat on the weekend. She had a lovely time at the retreat. So the Meant To Be Scrap It With Me workshop kit, you get a full set of instructions, and these instructions walk you through how to cut your designer series paper. It tells you all the cutting guides, and then it tells you how to assemble these gorgeous layouts. Okay, so so it is really, really, the instructions are pretty clear once you understand how they work. So I want to tell you how they work. So in this kit, you will also get a piece of this gorgeous paper, which is double-sided. So you've got that piece there. You've got 2 pieces of, and this one's double-sided as well. I feel like we should have 2 pieces of that B paper, but anyway. So we've got the gorgeous check pattern on the back and this beautiful pink on the front. We have 2 pieces of this one here, and it is double-sided as well. So we've got that side there, and then we've got the gorgeous stripes on the back. Hello, everyone that is joining at the moment. Lovely to see you all. So we've got this one here. We've got that one there. And these ones are single-sided, these ones. So we've got that one there that's a single-sided one. We've got this yellow one here that is a single-sided one, so a Daffodil Delight one. Then we have our cardstock pieces. Our cardstock pieces are the double-sided cardstock. So we've got the white. We've got 2 sheets of white. We've got 2 sheets of, it looks a little bit like, well, I'm thinking, I don't know whether it tells me the colors on the instruction sheet. I wonder, does it tell me the colors? Let me see whether it tells me the colors. Pool Party. It's Pool Party. Okay. I was looking at it thinking it looked a little bit darker than Pool Party, but it is Pool Party. We also have, I think this is Bubble Bath. I think it's Bubble Bath. It looks like Bubble Bath to me. I don't think it's Pretty in Pink. It looks like Bubble Bath. It's too light for Pretty in Pink. And of course the Old Olive. So we've got all of those pieces of cardstock. And then we've got this die cut piece here. I'm just going to put all those together so I don't lose them. We've got this die cut piece here. Let me pop that over to the side. We've got die cut piece here that's got all flowers. You may not see it, but we've got flowers. Okay, die cut, they're just strips and strips of flowers and hearts. Okay, so we've got a heart. Let's pop out one. We've got a heart. So we've got hearts on this side and flowers on this side in all of the colors. Okay, now on the back of our die cut pieces, it tells you which layout you need them for. So this one said number 3. We've got number 1. We've got number 2. So I'm going to show you the process that I go through of getting all of my pages prepped and ready to go. Then, of course, we've got this gorgeous sticker sheet, and then that's just the backing sheet. So we've got this sticker sheet here. We've got a journaling sheet. We've got some cute headings. We have lots and lots of awesome things. All right. So, let's get sorted with this kit. All right. So now I just want to show you something that I've done that I think is a good way of doing prepping for your class. I've got this is a holder that holds folders. So it's got like slots in it to hold manila folders. So I have 3 purple manila folders, cardboard folders. And as you can see, I've got design number 1, design number 2, and design number 3. So I'm actually going to walk through how I cut everything, how I prep everything, and then get started to do one double page. All right. So the first thing what I need to do is I also need to look at, it says anything about materials needed. Meant to Be Scrapbooking workshop kit, Stampin' Write marker, assortment, petunia pop marker. So they're saying that we need a petunia pop marker, and I don't think I have a petunia pop. Oh, yes, I do. A petunia pop marker, okay? They always teach you something in each thing. All right. Now, when you read your instructions here, and I'll just explain it really, really easily. You gather all the materials that you need. One of the things that I think is a couple of things that I think you need when you're first starting to scrapbook is definitely a paper trimmer. Now, our Stampin' Up paper trimmer is fantastic. It has your inch measurements. It also has centimeters if you want to work in centimeters, and it goes right out to 17 inches. So it is definitely awesome for cutting 12 by 12 designer series paper, cardstock, etc. It has this awesome arm on it that holds your paper in place with a magnet. We have a scoring tool and we also have a cutting tool. So I can tell you, a paper trimmer is a definite must. The other thing that I find when I'm doing these kits is I like to have a pencil and some sticky notes. I also like to have a ruler of some sort. I've just purchased one of these T rulers. So the way the T rulers work is you put it on the edge of your page and you have it that it keeps it nice and square. So when you're trying to line up photos and things like that, I think a T ruler will be a great help for you. So I just have all those things on hand when I'm ready to go. I definitely have my my post-it notes here. So the first thing what we need to look at, it tells you here that the scissor means the first cut line, okay? So when it says 4 3/4 by 8, you will find that this here is the 4 3/4 mark. This is the 8-inch mark. And then you've got 2 inches there, and then you've got the leftover piece. So you've got to work out the way their measurements go to make sure that you cut all your paper the right way. So first of all, we need that B paper, which is this one here. And we are actually going to cut it, and it tells you the orientation. So it'll show you the back and the front. So these little squares down here tell you the orientation. I just bought it from Craft Online, Sue. Yeah. Whenever there's anything I can't get, I just go to Craft Online. So I'm hoping that Stampin' Up! Will bring in all of these things now that we're getting this awesome Stampin' Up! Range. I'm hoping that they will bring in even the Versamats for us to be able to put our sheets on. I've bought these. These are just cutting mats for like a Cricut machine to get those inch measurements. I did try with 2 glass mats and I was doing it that way, but they don't actually have the 1 inch and the 1 inch this way. This is what I'm really looking for, is something that says 1, 2, 3 up to 12 inches here and 1 to 12 over here, so that I can line my cardstock up and I can measure those type of things. And with a T ruler, it's great because you can actually go to the edge of your cardstock and put it on the measurement that you need and have it on the edge of your cardstock, and it'll make sure that you've got your photos and things straight. All right, so it says cut orientation. It says front like that, back like this. The only thing that you need to know about these instructions is where you see a little asterisk, that means that you're going to use the reverse side. So my suggestion is make sure that when you're actually going to cut it, that you mark it and put the sticky note on the reverse side and put that asterisk as well. But moving forward, I'll show you exactly what I mean when it comes to working out how to do all this. So let's bring in the paper trimmer. So I'm going to open up my paper trimmer. So I've got it opened up exactly where I need it to be. So the first cut that we are going to do is 8 inches by 4 3/4 inches. So we're going to go to 8 inches like this. We are going to cut, and that's that first cut. We're going to pop that bit aside over here. Now we need to do this at 4 3/4. So we're going to turn it around and we're going to cut that piece at 4 3/4. So we'll do that. And that is our first piece. And I always say it's nice to keep your orientation of your paper the right way. So that one is labeled 2D. So now what I'm going to do is, that one there is 2D. Once I've cut all these pieces from this piece, then I'm going to put them all in my folders. So 2D. Now this one here is 4 by 6.5. So we need to do 4 inches this way. Let me see what 6.5 is. Yeah, so we're going to do 4 inches this way because that was the way our paper was, correct? So we're going to do 4 inches this way. So we're cutting this 2J piece over here now. So we're going to do that at 4 inches. And we're going to cut that at 6.5. We'll cut the bottom part off because it did say 6.5 there. Okay. So that, and this is our leftover piece here. That one there is 2J. So we're going to name that one 2J, and we're going to add our sticker to that and pop it there. All right, this one here we're going to do at 4 by 4. So I think we've got it left at 4, and we do. So we're going to do a 4 by 4 right there like that. And it says that it's got to be the reverse side. So 1Z is the reverse side. So we're going to do that like that. We're going to grab our pencil wherever I put it underneath my thing here. And we are going to mark that one 1Z. 1Z with an asterisk, okay, so that we make sure that we do have it on the right way. All right, so this here and this here, when you've got plain white pieces here, they are scraps, okay? So that means that we're not going to use it in the layout. So they are actually leftover scraps. So when it comes to the leftover scraps, I keep the bag that I have that this kit comes from, which is here. I pop my sheet in that is the last sheet underneath my die cuts. I pop that back into the bag, and then all of my scraps I put in that bag. So that one's a scrap, so I'm going to put that in the bag. All right, now we've got this piece here. So what we're going to cut now is these ones here. And they're all going to be the reverse side. So we're going to have them reverse side, but we're going to cut that at 2 inches. So let's grab that at 2 inches. And that one there is a scrap piece. And we're going to do it the reverse side. And we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 by 2 inches by 2 inches. So that's pretty easy, right? 2, 2, 2, 3 of them, 4, and 5. Now, if you've got this kit, why not walk alongside of me and do your kit? Grab it and grab it out and do it. So we've got one. Well, I think that's L. We'll just do it like that, and an asterisk on there. We've got, no, it's one I. Okay, so that's I because we now have an L. So we've got one I. We've got one L with an asterisk. We've got one T with an asterisk. And we've got one M with an asterisk. And we have got one R with an asterisk. I can tell you, I have totally enjoyed these kits. It's so easy doing these kits. All right, now my pencil keeps rolling under there. Let's put the pencil over there. All right, these two bits here are scraps, so they're going to go back into my bag with my other scraps. Now what I do with these, I've done this here. So now what I do with these is I put them in my folders. So these ones all have number 1 on them. So that's all number 1. So's that. So they all go into number 1 folder. I just pop them in the folder. These have number 2 on them. So I'm going to pop them into number 2 folder. Okay, that page there, we're done. Now we're going to move on to this one. So we need to find that lovely little spotty one, the flower one. So we've got the flowers. Now, it's telling us here that the front of our paper is the stripes and they are going horizontal. It says the back of our paper is the floral, but we've got to make sure we've got our stripes going the right way. So the first cut here where it's got the scissors, it says it is 4 inches. So we're going to do 3 lots of 4 by 4. So we're going to do that one at 4 inches. Pop that bit aside. We're going to rotate and we're going to do 4, 4, and 4. 4, 4, and our leftover piece is going to be 4. Correct. Okay, so we have 4 pieces there and they are going to be 1 Y, 1 B, and 1 A, and that one is going to be the other way around, so the opposite side. So 1 A, right there like that, because it has an asterisk, all right? So we've got those. Just to get them out of the way, I'm going to put them in my number 1 folder. This keeps your desk so tidy. Okay, so now what we're going to do is this one here is going to be 2 inches. We're going to do 2 inches by 2 inches again, and they're all going to be the reverse side. So I'm going to cut that at 2 inches there. I'm going to rotate it, and we are going to cut at 2, 2, 2. They're not all asterisks. 2. The other ones were, but these ones aren't. 2 and 2. Okay, so out of all of those, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them that are the reverse side, which is this. So we're going to go like that. And we have one that is the right side like that. So we are now going to label all of those. And did I lose my pencil under here again? I did. Okay, so we have 1C asterisk. There. We have 1J asterisk. There. We have 1S asterisk. There. We have 1U asterisk. Oh, I missed an O. 1O asterisk. I was thinking, how am I out of whack there with the numbers? And this one is 1D, and it's the right way. All right, so I'm going to put all of those in folder number 1 again. Done. Okay, so now we're going to come back. So we've done this piece. We've done this piece. We're now going to do this piece here. We've got 2 3/4 by 4. So we're going to do 2 3/4 by 4 and 2 3/4 by 4. So let's do 2 3/4 and cut that down. 2 3/4 by 4. I just had a panic then. I was thinking I didn't do it the right size, but I did. By 4 and by 4. Okay, that piece is a scrap, so we're going to pop that back into our thing. Now these ones, we've got one that's going to be this way, and the other one that is going to be the right side. So we have 2B asterisk, and we have 2C, which is the right way. I'm going to pop those in folder number 2. Done. Okay, now we're going to do, I'm going to cut this at 6.5 because as you can see here, because I want to keep this bit of paper down here just in case I want it. So I'm going to cut this at 6.5 because that's the longest cut that we've got down here. I'll still be able to get those pieces out. So I'm going to cut that at 6.5. And that's a scrap piece, so I'm going to pop that into my bag. Okay, so 2G is going to be a 1/2 inch strip. So I do like to do the 1/2 inch strips. I've turned it around the other way, but I'm going to do a 1/2 inch strip that way. That one and that one. 1/2 inch strip. I'm going to turn it back the right way, so I've got it up the right way, and I'm going to turn those up the right way as well. Not that I think it matters because they're stripy anyway. So that is 2G and 2I. So that one and 2I. Now you can refer back to your cutting sheets too. If something happens and your the kits are great and easy to follow. They are easy to follow. So I'm going to pop that into number 2. There. Okay. Now we've got 2 by 2, 2 by 2, and 2 by 2. So we're going to cut this at 2, which we're going to have this little strip left over. So we're going to pop that into the kit, into the leftovers. And then we've got 2, 2, and 2. 2, 2, and 2. And that's a leftover piece as well. Now, there's so much left over out of these kits. You can get so many more things out of these kits. So I just wanted to let you know that. We've got 1E there. We've got 1F there. and we have 1Q, and they're all on that stripy side. So they're all going to go in my number 1 folder. We have cut that there. Now we're going to move on to these ones. We've got 3E, which 3E is another sheet of that we just used. It's telling us once again that the front is going to be this way. 3E is, okay, so 3.5 by 8 1/4. So I'm going to do this at 3.5 here. I'm going to come down to 8 1/4. Okay, and I'm then going to cut it. I'm going to keep this as together as I can. So we've got 8 1/4, correct? Yes, 8 1/4. So let's cut that. And once we get down there, okay, so we've got that one. Now we've got 3.5 by 6.5. So let's do 3.5. And we're going to go down to 6.5 here. Okay, now I'm going to go here, 6.5. 6.5, and I'm going to cut up to that cut line there. And I haven't quite cut that properly, but I'm just going to use my scissors to finish that off. And that way I've kept this sheet all in one piece. And I think we need to be aware of things like that, because then you've got a whole big sheet that you can use. Okay, so they're both going to be the reverse side, which one is 3E. 3E asterisk and 3K asterisk. So they're both going to go into my number 3 folder, and that's that one done. Okay, now we're going to grab one of these. Okay, so that one, and it's got the check on the back. It's telling us that we need to have the scrolly bits going up and down. It's telling us that the front of the paper has to be this way. We're going to do 6 by 9 1/4, and we're going to do 6 by 7 1/2. Okay, so we're going to just cut at 6. Let me just get the 6-inch mark. I'm going to cut straight through at 6, and we have 9 1/4 for this one. 9 1/4. That's a scrap piece we're going to pop in our kit. Same with that big piece that I just cut before. Okay, so that one there is 3B. 3B. And then we have 6, and I'm going to pop that in my number 3 folder. And we have 6 by 7 1/2. 7 1/2. So who's been doing the kits? Type it into the comments. Have you been doing these kits? So we've got 6 by 9 1/4. I'm just going to double check I did that right. Yes, I did. This one here is 3H. Type it in the comments. Have you purchased any of these kits, and have you created any of them? Okay, so they're both, that's way up. I'll pop them both into my number 3 folder. So I've got that one done. Now I'm going to grab another piece of that. And it's telling us we need it at 3 1/2. Here's our first cut. So we're going to do, and it's telling us we're having the orientation like that, but this is going to be the front. So we're going to do 3 1/2. Here's our first cut by 11. Okay, that's a scrap. And we need it the reverse side, and that one's going to be 3C. 3C. You've done one kit, but you're about to buy more in your next order. Yeah, they're great. I love them. I think until you actually make them, I think I don't think you realize how awesome they are until you start putting them together. I don't think, well, I don't know. I don't think that the photos do it justice. I really don't. 8 by 8.5, because they look so much better when you've made them up. Okay, this one is reverse side as well. So that one's going to be 3I and an asterisk. And they're both going to go into my number 3 folder. I can tell you these folders and popping them all in like that has been the savior. Okay, so we've got exclusive paper, this one here. And we are going to do that by 6 by 10 1/4 and 4 3/4 by 10 1/4. So we're going to do 6, and we're going to have it up the right way, correct? So 6 by 10 1/4, 10 1/4. That bit there's a scrap because it's white. That one is called 3D. 3D. And then this one is 4 3/4 by 10 1/4. I like this because we're actually going to get a full strip of this, the 12 by 12, which is really good. So 4 3/4, that's a scrap. So you've got a full strip there, which can be great for another lace. Can still keep the by 10 1/4. Okay, so there, that's a scrap. So this one here is 3J. 3J. Meant to be kit. You made it and then extended the kit with Toadstool Gardens and then more pages with Bloom Impressions. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so that one's in number 3. All right, so we've done that. Now we're over to here, which is our last page of cutting, I think. Oh, no, we've still got more. Let me see. No, where are we? A couple of pages of cutting to go. And as you can see, the cutting is not that hard. Exclusive paper, once again, we are going to do 2 inches. So we've got it up the right way, 2 inches. That there is all scrap. Okay, 2 inches by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. 2 by 2, so that's 1. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so that's a scrap piece as well. Oops, and it just went on my floor. Okay, so we have 1H. We have 1K. We have 1N. We have 1P. And we have 1V. Okay, so they all go in number 1. Okay. All right. Linda, you can change up how many photos you want to put on the paper as well. You don't have to stick with just what they've done. Do the base page and then physically just add as many photos as you like, and then do your embellishments how you need to do them. So we've got this one here is 11 by 11. So we've got that. Okay, so this is the white willow. That one there is going to be 1B. 1B there. We'll pop that into folder number 1. Okay, those pieces are scrap. And we have the other piece of white willow. We are going to cut that one at 9 1/4 by 9 1/4. So 9 1/4 there by 9 1/4. Okay, and that one is going to be 1X. 1X. That one's going to go in number 1. Okay, and then we have our pool party. And it's telling us that the front side is going to be the light side. So you can see here we've got light and we've got dark. So the front side is going to be the light side. Okay. And we're going to do that one at 4 1/4. That's going to be our first cut. 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. 6 1/4 and 3 1/4, and that's going to be a scrap. Okay, so we have that one as 3L, and this one is 3M there. Okay, they go into number 3. And we have 6 1/4 by 8 3/8. So let's go 6 1/4, which is there, by 8 3/8. So we might go down to 8 3/8 that way. It's probably more than 8 3/8. And let's just go 8 3/8 there. Okay, and that bit is scrap. So we're still doing the light. That one's going to be 2E. 2E there. So we're going to put that one in folder number 2. That. And then last but not least, we have another piece of our pool party here. It tells us the front side is going to be the light, which is that one. Okay, 5 1/4 by 7 1/4, and then 6 1/2 by 6 1/2. So 5 1/4 by 7 1/4. That's scrap. That one is 3F. Okay, and we've got 6 1/2 by 6 1/2. So we'll go 6 1/2 this way. And then we'll go 6 1/2 this way. And that piece is 2H. And it can go in number 2 folder. And we have 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. So this way. 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, and those bits are scraps. So that one's 1G. Now that's all of our cutting done. For our 3 double pages, all of our cutting is done. All right. Yeah, so I can see there, Linda, you're saying all you have to do is print your pictures. And then the beauty of it is they tell you on the layouts what size prints you need and what you have to do. Because right down the very bottom, I'll show you that too on these instructions. Right down the very bottom, it tells you project 1, you need 4 3x3s and you need a 4x6 landscape. Project number 2, you need 4 3x3s and 2 4x6s portrait. For project number 3, you need 1 3x4 landscape, 1 4x6 portrait, and 1 5x7. It just says 5x7. So yeah, you would have to have a look at that last one. 5x7. It's this one here. So it'd be portrait. Yeah, portrait. All right. So that is that's the beauty of these. Now, what we can do, and I'm not going to, because we've been on here for a fair while. I'm just now going to show you. Let's do page number 1 and page number 2. So it then tells you here. So let's bring in our matte is 1G. Matte photo for the left page, which is, so then also too, what I do is these die cuts, if they have bits and pieces that have numbers on them, for instance. So I want to show you this. You can see here there's numbers. These ones, that one has a number 3, so I'm going to put it in number 3 album. This one says number 2. This one says number 2. So we're going to pop that into number 2 folder. This one says number 1. I'm going to leave them out because we're going to need them. Number 1. And this one here says number 3. So we're going to pop that out as number 3. There. And number 3. Okay. So we now have popped out those ready to go. And that one says number 1. All right, so that's all leftover pieces. We've got heaps and heaps of pieces that we can embellish with. All right, now we've got our sticker sheet. So we're just going to use the sticker sheet in conjunction when it tells us what we need to do. All right, so the left page. So now what I do is I grab my number 1 folder. This is where this comes in handy. I grab my number 1 folder and everything for number 1 is in here. So it's telling me that I need matte photo for the left page on 1G. Okay, so what do we got here? 1B and 1, the reverse side of 1G. Okay, so 1G is here somewhere. Here. It says matte photo for left page on 1G. Matte photo for right page. So that's what our photo is going to go on. So 1G is our photo matte. Matte photos for right page on 1Y. So, all right, assemble. Adhering these pieces to 1B. Okay, so I'm just going to grab my 1B out, which is this one. And then it's going to tell us all the pieces that we're going to adhere to 1B. So I'm just going to grab, I've got 1Q. 1Q's on this one. We've got 1B, we've got 1C. I suppose I could have had them all in the letters the right way, but 1C, 1D, 1D will be here somewhere. There's 1D. 1D. 1E. It's easier now that I've got them all spread out. 1E. one F, one H, one I, one K, where is 1K? 1K. All right, 1K, one L, there, one M. Sometimes you can't see things for looking. There's one M, one N, one O. There's one O, one N, one P. Maybe it's all of them. One Q. It probably is all of them. One Q. Okay. I don't know whether I have a 1Q. I can't find it. Can I see it? Can you all see it? Oh, I've got it over there already. 1Q, one R, one S, one R, one S, one T, one U, and one V. Yep, it's all of them. Did I do 1J? Yep, 1J. Okay, so it's all of them. So what I would do is with this now, I would go, okay, there's this one, just like a jigsaw puzzle piece. There's this one. There's a green one. It doesn't necessarily matter which way we're going to do them because they're all going to look the same. And then that. And then, of course, a floral one. That's where that photo goes in. One of these over here. One of these here. One of these. One of these. This one here. The floral one here. That one. That one. Stripes. There. Floral. There. The green honeycomb. That one there. Green honeycomb there. Stripy one there. This one there. And that's it. So now when we can take all those pieces off, all our sticky notes, you're going to see that this has come together nicely. And all we've got to do is just arrange them on our piece. Now, I did write on pencil on these sticky notes. If you want to reuse your sticky notes, you can. I mean, I'm totally okay to not have to worry about reusing them. But you could rub out what you've put on your sticky notes and reuse them again. But as you can see, and the 1G goes in the middle, like that. Okay. And there you have your gorgeous layout come together. Now, it tells you that, and this is where I think it's really, really nice. It tells you on here how far in these have to be. So it tells you that it comes in, this white piece comes in at 1/2 inch from here. So it'll be 1/2 inch all the way around, 1/2 inch down there, 1/2 inch there. So this is where having something like a platform that you can measure things we can then measure going up a 1/2 inch here. So with this white, up a 1/2 inch and over a 1/2 inch. Or what I've been doing is just with a ruler, just measuring that 1/2 inch. Where are we here? So just measuring down that 1/2 inch and getting it to sit where you need it to be. And my ruler needs to be on the other side because I need the inch measurements. So I can go in a 1/2 inch. Honestly, this is how I do it. I go in a 1/2 inch and I make a mark. I go down a 1/2 inch and I make a mark. And so I end up like that. Or you can just eyeball it. Okay, but I just wanted to sit these together so you can see how they look. And then it tells you that you then come in 1/8 of an inch here. Okay, so you come in 1/8 of an inch with your first piece, 1/8 of an inch there, and 1/8 of an inch up there. And then what happens is everything will go together. Once you put the first one in, everything will then go together by just following that 1/8 of an inch margin that you're going to have. So let's grab the other side so we can see what the second side looks like. So we've got these pieces here for our second side. And I just lost the heart down on the ground. My fan's playing havoc with me this morning. All right. So for the second page, so that's this left side. So the left page. Then we go to the right page. We're going to have that again. Okay. Then we're going to grab our 1X. And then, of course, we're going to use our pieces here. So we're going to have that one, this one, and this one. Okay. And once again, it's going to tell us with the measurements here, it's going to tell us to come in here 1 3/8 with that square. So we're going to come in 1 3/8. So to me, that's around about there. Okay, 1 3/8. It's going to be 1 3/8 from up the top as well. And then it will tell you how to come in here. We're going to have these at 1/2 inch from here. So I would measure down, make a 1/2 inch mark. It's also going to come in 1/2 inch here. So I'd measure down. So what I do when I measure down with that ruler, let me get my normal ruler. I actually measure down a little bit more than the 1/2. So I would measure down a little bit over the 1/2 and mark with my pencil. So my 1/2 is there. I would mark like that. And then I would mark in a 1/2 inch, a little bit over 1/2 inch, like that. And then what I would do is when I'm gluing, I would be like, okay, there's my mark, and I would physically glue it right there like that. And that's where your T-ruler then will come in handy, because you can then pop your T-ruler on the edge and get it lined up on the edge like that. And then you can line up your next one nice and straight. And that way you'll have no problem getting your photos and your mats to line up really nice and straight. So it's just, that's it in a nutshell. I'm going to adhere these all together. And then we've got, of course, we've got the little hearts that we've got as embellishments. So it has a heart down here and another heart up here. And then, of course, you then grab your sticker sheet because you need to have one of the bees, which is this one here. You just grab that one. Oh, no, it's not. It's this one with the heart. Okay, this one here with the heart. Then one of those, and they just stick on. So that's how awesome it is. Once I get this adhered together, I'll spend a bit of time and adhere them together, and then I will share some photos on my page of the finished layouts. But there you have it. That is how to assemble the Meant To Be scrapbooking kit. So I hope you enjoyed that. But as I said, once I get these together, I will then walk you through, once they're together, how they came together and what they were like. So what are your thoughts? You do both. If you have photos already printed, you can cut them down. Yep, exactly. Yep. Okay, Julie, I'm just wondering, do you cut down your photos to the size you need, or is where you print your photos do those sizes? Okay, so as far as when it comes to your photos, so that's a great question, Julie. When it comes to your photos, I actually have an Epson EcoTank printer that's sitting right beside me over here. So I can actually print my photos to whatever size. This is the one thing that I think a lot of people fall into a mistake, is they just go willy-nilly and go and print a whole heap of photos. Okay, now when it comes to you doing a scrapbook layout, when you want to use specific photos, that's where you struggle trying to find the layouts that are going to suit the photos that you've already got printed. So I do it the opposite way around. I actually print my photos after I've got my layouts all sorted. I then print my photos to the size that I need. So I look at my photos and I see, when you're taking photos, this is another hint too. When you're actually taking photos, always remember, take portrait shots, but also take landscape shots. So turn your phone around and take a landscape shot of the same photo that you're taking, so that you've got portrait images and you've also got landscape images. And that way then, if you get into a habit of when you're taking photos, you can physically, you can then print your photos out to suit that layout. So that is actually what I do. I don't print my photos until I've got my layouts all sorted. And then Sue says it's hard to choose which kit to get. I can tell you my favorite so far, well, the two favorites so far is definitely the birthday kit and the Everyday You and Me. Does printing your photos use a lot of ink? My Eco photo printer, my EcoTank printer, I have renewed the ink once, but I print all of I not only print photos, I print all of my PDFs that I do for all of my classes and things. My printer is forever printing. It prints every day, just about. And I've replaced it once, and I got this printer back in maybe September last year, maybe even longer ago than that. So I've only replaced the ink once. Because of the EcoTank, they have a fair bit of ink in them. So yeah, if you had a printer that was specifically just for photo printing, then fair enough. But I use mine for all different reasons. So not just photo printing. So yeah. But I think the Epson EcoTanks are fantastic for printing your photos. But the reason why I bought the Epson EcoTank printer as well is because I don't have anywhere close that I can actually go and print photos. So I bought the printer so I could print my own photos, and that has actually made me scrapbook more. And I think it's because I can now choose the photos that I want to print and put on my put on my layout. So I'm not restricted at all. The thing that stopped me from scrapbooking was I haven't got photos printed up, so I wasn't going to scrapbook. And when I hear people say I'm not going to scrapbook because I haven't got photos printed up, that is where I think at least if you've got your own printer, you don't have that obstacle, because that's one of the things that is an obstacle. But then you can actually order prints from Harvey Norman's and Office Works and stuff and get them sent to you as well. So you can actually order them in certain sizes as well. All right. So thanks everyone for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed that. A little bit different for a change. And I can tell you I'm absolutely loving these scrapbook kits. I have, as I said, my Scrap It With Me workshop kits that I do, that are kits by mail. They are actually my designs, but done in the same layout, so done in the same process, the same assembly matter as what these kits are. So I'm keeping it streamlined so that you can be able to do kits no matter what. It is a monthly subscription class that I do every month. I'm also doing a Saturday scrapbooking class as well, and I am combining those Saturday classes with other Saturday classes that I'm doing. So if you're interested in a Saturday class, please please make sure you reach out to me, or otherwise you can actually shop with me over on my shopping link, which you can see up there in the corner. So thanks everyone for hanging out with me, and I may not be on tomorrow, and I'm definitely not going to be on Friday, because we've got our crafty Zoom with Rose Ward and myself. So our crafty Zoom, we will be streaming live on YouTube, but that is the crafty session that you'll be getting, and it will be later on Friday. It will be about 10:30, I think, on Friday. So thanks everyone for hanging out with me. Try these scrapbook kits. Let me know what you think. I think you'll be quite surprised how awesome they are.